So I wanted to make a quick video kind of as my experience with the off-axis Ninja. Uh, I didn't really find anything organically reviewing this shoe online, so I wanted to put something out there for anybody else like me who is really enjoying wearing kind of wide toe box, barefoot style shoes. These have been really important for me, and they've helped really correct my supination. And so before I even really got into this or knew anything about the zero drop, wide toe box, natural foot shaped shoe, one of the shoes I kind of gravitated towards was the Puma Super Liga. And one of the things I like about it is that the side, you can kind of spill over the sides a little bit. Your toes can. They can kind of push over the sides. Because it's really hard to find, especially a few years ago, it was hard to find shoes that had a nice wide toe box. These are the closest thing I could find that had the ability for your foot to do what it wants. And you can kind of see that my toes kind of push the shoe out here on the side. But I've started, my feet have spread out a lot more since I've put in several different wide toe box shoes into my rotation. And I usually on a daily basis wear the Solstice here. If I'm not doing anything specific like hiking or running. But I wanted to just kind of show you here, the foot shape on these Ninjas is actually really slim. They remind me of like a Converse All-Star, which is something I could never wear even as like a teenager. They always hurt my feet and I could never wear them. But you can just kind of see how the Puma here on the right, how it has a bit of a shape that allows it to kind of a little bit spill over, which is really great for what I got these for boxing, which is good for being on the canvas and the pad. Up in the ring when you're doing drills and stuff like that. And so I noticed if I was wearing something like the Solstice or other shoes that had a nice wide toe box, that with just the way you depress the pad, the cushion, and with the canvas, that sliding side to side movements, like you catch a lot and your foot spills out over the edge of the shoe a lot, and you wind up kind of rolling over your ankle a little bit. And so that's something you have to be really careful not to do. And so that's why you see with boxing the really tight shoes. And so I wanted something that was kind of snug, but also had a natural foot shape, kind of followed a lot of the barefoot design trend. And so I grabbed these and thinking maybe they would be, but honestly, once I put them on, they didn't even last 5 minutes on my foot. My pinky and big toe, both, were incredibly, in a lot of pain immediately. And it was just pushing out the sides of the shoe really badly right here. And I literally walked around. I didn't walk more than 20 feet in them. And I had them on less than 5 minutes, and I just couldn't stand it. And I was just walking around in the carpet, and yeah, it was really bad. And so this is just basically a warning. If you are somebody who does need a wider toe box, and you're not somebody who can stand like a Converse All-Star or something with a nice slim foot shape, then this is not going to be a shoe that you're going to enjoy at all. Is going to be very painful to wear. So that's just a heads up there. So I'm not saying don't buy it at all. I saw another review on this particular Amazon purchase, which is fulfilled directly by the company, off access. They shipped it direct. But another review was lady said she was a dancer and stuff like that. And I actually looked up her name, and sure enough, she was. She's an athletic person. But I imagine that if she really does enjoy this shoe, she probably has a much more long, slender foot shape. And so this might actually be something that works. But again, so if you're somebody who is kind of in the wide toe box camp now, and this is your thing, this is not the shoe for you. And so even though they call it barefoot, just buyer beware. It's not wide toe box. It's just the, thin sole. And so it's very flexible. And so it's going to allow you to do a lot of mobility, but it's going to be in that restricted foot shape or the longer foot shape. So anyway, I thought I'd add that. And just for information, I'm naturally about a 9 wide or a 10. And so the Puma Super Ligas, I wear a 9.5 American. And then this Solstice is a 10 in American, and these I ordered a 10. And on the website, they called them a 10 wide. And so that kind of pissed me off a little bit, calling them a wide, because these are not wide. They are slimmer than the 9.5 Puma Superligas. And they are certainly slimmer than the Solstice from Ultra. So there you go. That's my opinion. I'm going to be returning these.